Smoking causes 1 in every 5 deaths in the US every year. Every cigarette you smoke reduces your expected lifespan by 11 minutes. Exposure to secondhand smoke causes nearly 50,000 deaths each year in the US alone. And about 6 to 9% of smokers want to quit completely. Now knowing this, let's take a look at how smoking affects life at home. Maddie has invited her friends for a sleepover, but her dad has an embarrassing smoking habit that's especially embarrassing when company is over.
I can't wait for the sleepover. Neither can I. It's gonna be so much fun. Oh, hey guys, you're early. Come on in. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, my dad smokes.
Sienna, do you smell that?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I literally feel like I'm inhaling smoke right now.
I literally feel like my lungs are collapsing.
Am I gonna be like addicted to nicotine now or something?
I think we should leave.
I think you're right.
Okay. Come on, gang.
The respiratory system is broken down into 3 major parts: the airway, the lungs, and the muscles of respiration. The airway includes the nose, mouth, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and the bronchioles. It carries air between the lungs and the exterior of the body. The lungs are a functional unit that passes oxygen into the body and carbon dioxide out of the body. The muscles of respiration include the diaphragm and intercostal muscles. They work together as a pump by pushing air into the lungs during respiration.
The process of breathing involves inspiration and expiration. Inspiration, or inhaling, occurs when lung pressure is decreased below atmospheric pressure and air moves in. When the lungs inhale, the diaphragm contracts and pulls downward. The muscles between the ribs contract and pull upward at the same time. The result is air rushing in to fill the lungs. Expiration, or exhaling, occurs when lung pressure is increased above atmospheric pressure and pushes air out of the lungs. When the lungs exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and the volume of the thoracic cavity decreases while the pressure within increases. The result is the lungs contracting and expelling air.
The medulla oblongata detects the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide concentrations and signals the muscles in the heart, the lungs, and the diaphragm to increase or decrease the breathing. The pons controls the speed of inhalation and exhalation or respiration rate depending on the need of the body.
Spirometry is a common office test used to assess how well your lungs work by measuring how much air you inhale and exhale and how quickly. Spirometry is used to diagnose asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and other conditions that affect breathing. Respiratory volumes are the amount of air inhaled, exhaled, and stored within the lungs at any given time. Tidal volume is the amount of air which enters the lungs during normal inhalation at rest. The average tidal volume is 500 milliliters.
Oxygen and carbon dioxide are transported in the blood by the process of oxygen entering the blood from the lungs and carbon dioxide being expelled out of the blood into the lungs. The blood serves to transport both gases. Oxygen is carried to the cells, and carbon dioxide is then carried away from the cells.
Doesn't he realize what smoking is doing to his body? Smoking causes irritation of the trachea and larynx, as well as lung cancer and COPD. He is also affecting those around him. Secondhand smoke causes wheezing, asthma attacks, as well as bronchitis and pneumonia.
This is not just dangerous in family homes. Every day, people in public places are being affected by the consequences of secondhand smoking. As it turns out, victims of this can experience the same effects as those doing the actual smoking. The smoke is everywhere, at the park, on the street, by the entrance to a restaurant. Therefore, it's no secret that smoking affects more than just one person. To limit the places where Americans may smoke will benefit more than just the community. It could even save lives.